The economy looks complicated, but it actually works like a simple machine. And if you understand this machine, you can better understand recessions, booms, inflation, and even financial crises. So let's break it down in the simplest way possible. At its core, the economy is just people making transactions. Every time you buy a coffee, pay rent, or invest in stocks, you're part of the economy. A transaction is simply a buyer giving money or credit to a seller in exchange for goods, services, or financial assets. Add up millions and billions of these transactions, and you get the entire economy. Now here's something very important. Credit. Credit is when you borrow money and promise to pay it back later. And credit is the biggest and most powerful part of the economic machine. Why? Because when you use credit, you can spend more than you earn. And remember, one person's spending is another person's income. So when you borrow and spend more, someone else earns more. That higher income makes them look more creditworthy, so they borrow and spend more too, and this creates a cycle of growth. But here's the catch. When you borrow, you're pulling spending from your future into today. At some point, you must pay that money back. That means in the future, you'll have to spend less. And that's how cycles are created. There are three main forces that drive the economy. First is productivity growth. This is the most important force in the long run. Productivity means producing more output with the same effort through better skills, technology, and innovation. Over time, productivity is what raises living standards. Countries that improve productivity grow richer. Second is the short-term debt cycle. This usually lasts about 5 to 8 years. When credit is easily available and interest rates are low, people borrow more and spend more. This creates economic expansion. But when spending grows too fast, prices rise. That's inflation. To control inflation, central banks raise interest rates. Higher rates make borrowing more expensive, spending slows down, incomes fall, and we get a recession. Then interest rates are lowered again, and the cycle repeats. The third force is the long-term debt cycle. This one lasts decades. Over long periods, people tend to borrow more and more. Debt rises faster than income. Asset prices like houses and stocks go up. Everyone feels wealthy. This creates bubbles. But eventually, debt becomes too large to handle. People can't repay. Spending falls sharply. Asset prices crash. Banks struggle. And we enter a deleveraging phase, like what happened during the 2008 financial crisis. During a deleveraging, cutting interest rates doesn't work anymore because rates are already near zero. So governments and central banks use 4 tools. They cut spending, they restructure or default on debt, they redistribute wealth through taxes, and they print money. Printing money helps replace disappearing credit and supports the economy, but it must be balanced carefully to avoid high inflation. If managed well, this painful period can turn into what's called a beautiful deleveraging. That means debt falls relative to income, growth slowly returns, and inflation stays under control. It's not fast or exciting, but it stabilizes the system. So what are the 3 simple rules to remember? Number 1. Don't let debt grow faster than income for too long. Eventually, it will crush you. Number 2. Don't let income grow faster than productivity. If it does, you become uncompetitive and inflation rises. And number 3. Focus on improving productivity. In the long run, productivity growth is what truly increases wealth and living standards. The economy isn't random. It's not magic. It's a machine driven by transactions, credit, and human behavior. Once you understand these patterns, recessions and booms stop looking mysterious and start looking predictable. And when you understand the machine, you can position yourself smarter within it.